All right, there's the light switch. All right, yeah, I just got to the shop and see where we are in some of these projects, but I think I will
Put the chain on it, just hook around that top hole there and hoist it up a bit so we can unbolt it down here and set it off.
What you guys doing with the sign?
Just freeing up some room here.
Freeing up some room. Where's the skid steer? Why is the skid steer in here?
We know a guy. We borrowed it from.
Did DJ put you up to this? Because I saw his box fans out front.
No, he didn't. Actually, we just decided to clean a bit in here, and so we loaded everything up.
Cleaned a bit? You took everything. Where is everything?
Yeah, it's out there safely, put away in the vans. We're going to bring it back in, but we really just kind of
Whoa. That seems like a lot of work to put it right back in here. How about if we're going to put it back into something, we just put it like in a brand new shop? All right, so you may have heard me talk about we need more space. One, we just need more space in general for cars. We've got projects coming in and yeah, we need more space. But the second best thing about space is it allows us more room to put bigger tools that we need. And we'll get into that a little bit, but really bigger and better builds is kind of the bottom, equation, what this all adds up to. And something came up recently, got a good offer in our last shop out of nowhere. So we scrambled and found a new shop, and here it is. All right, so pardon the mess. We are in the midst of moving right now. Old shop to new shop. And I mean, you saw the old shop. It looks a lot bigger than it used to because everything's out of it. But we're adding a lift. First of all, first big update. We have 3 lifts, and they're all going to be along this back wall right here, just evenly spaced. We'll be able to pull in from the big door over there, come around, pull right in, and just more lifts is always better. We got by with 2 just fine. We also found that sometimes we use one of those lifts just for the parking space that it had beneath it, not even having whatever car it was on that lift, just having it there. We'll have some space here now in the open area in the middle to set some things, cars wise, that you can work on and not have to take up a lift for that. And I think that service kind of auto shops that do maintenance on oil changes and that kind of stuff, they want more lifts, but so do we. Now we got 3. So one thing I wish we had more of at the last place was fabrication tools. And if you know anything about metal fabrication, a lot of those tools are huge. And while we would get some stuff done with the tools we had, some things are better just to have a full lathe, a full mill. We've got the CNC plasma table, but we're gonna have a little dedicated fabrication area over here. All the stuff to work on metal. Before, we didn't want to take up too much room with the big tools that come with metal fabrication because, again, we just didn't have room. Cars in and out. If it was something we really needed machined, we had to take it to somebody, even though we could do it ourselves technically. And right now this is box storage before we organize it all or wherever it's gonna go. But yeah, this is gonna be like a nice little fabrication area. It'll be mostly quarantined from finish area where the lifts are over there. But yeah, don't mind the boxes. They're getting out of here soon. So big retail space over here. We're not gonna use it. We don't really have a need for a showroom per se. If we needed more room for more shop space, theoretically this could be used for that. Concrete floor, get rid of some of the retail things in here like the desk and whatnot, but right now this is gonna be better served for us to lease out and have have a tenant over here to kind of help, you know, pay for this, because we did buy this. We're not leasing this. Own the asset, you know, business stuff. But right now, if you know anybody that wants 48-ish hundred square foot retail space, it's available. All right, so over here, probably the thing, well, not probably, definitely the thing I'm most excited about is, okay, yeah, I don't know what the light switch is yet. We just moved in. Cut me some slack. But what I'm most excited about is this room. We're gonna put a state-of-the-art, high-end paint booth in here. And if you knew how we did paint before, we had a paint booth, obviously, and we had really good paint jobs. But the paint booth was a convertible paint booth. It was a place where we did body work, metal work, body work. It got dirty. If you know anything about body work, everything before paint is a very dirty process. And when we converted it over to the paint booth to spray, you can imagine the time it took to clean that area out, to get all the contamination out of there. And you know, it made it that much more difficult to do. So we're gonna have a dedicated paint booth, no body work inside there. The guys are over there moving stuff still. I'm gonna make sure of that. But then we also have body work area over here. There's space kind of to my left and to my right where we can put 2, maybe 3 cars. We're gonna kind of see, open this wall up a little more to have access between the 2 sides, but then have some kind of something like a drop, like tarp or something, to kind of keep the dust kind of mitigated from ending up in the final assembly area. Kind of like we had in the old shop. We had a paint booth area, paint body work area, and the final assembly side. The difference is, to get from one side to the other, you had to go outside and go around. Some days when it was cold, sometimes days when it was hot or just raining, whatever. That was kind of an inconvenience. So, and you know, of course, it always seemed to be the day we wanted to move a car over to the final assembly side that would happen. But yeah, paint booth. I'm excited. Not excited to put it together and set it up. There's lots of conduit, lots of wiring, lots of nuts and bolts to take it apart, put it back together. But I'm excited, and I think the other guys are even more excited than me about it, because it's just gonna be that much easier to go from body work straight to paint. But you're probably wondering what this place looks like when it's all built out, and give me just a second. I might be able to do that. All right, so it's mostly done, and it's probably not going to be done for 2 or 3 months. I mean, we're still a working shop. We've got projects coming in that we're going to jump on things probably as we need them. Like the plasma table, it needs a 100 amp breaker and wire ran about 60, 70 feet. I'm not doing that until we need that, which, you know, probably be in 2 or 3 months. But you can see here our setup is pretty much done though. We know where everything's at. These lifts, we had them all straight at first, and we realized with the fabrication area and some car storage over here, we need to do some angling. So we angled them in. Problem with that is our trusses are beneath the top of these lifts. And as you can probably see in some B-roll, we've got them woven through some of these trusses, and trusses, they're all intact. Roof is still secure, and the lifts themselves are also secure and safe. So had to get a little, you know, finagling there done, but everything's angled. We can put big old chargers on here if we wanted to, 68, 69 chargers, and the corners of them, if we have 3 of those in here, they won't hit, you know, as far as how far they stick out. So it's all perfect there. We got more storage behind there. Between the storage shelving, we're gonna have our toolboxes. So that's where, you know, the bulk of the tools are gonna be, and easy access for working on the cars right here. Most of the stuff that's gonna be over here to my left will be holding spots. You know, we'll probably work on cars over here, but that don't need the lift. But it's more going to be a low impact area just to put stuff. And we're putting stuff in here. It's nice that we have all this extra room. It's going to be so great. Again, where we just came from, the paint booth and bodywork area, we've still got all that room over there. So we're excited. Kind of came out of nowhere really quickly. About 3 months ago, we had no idea we were moving to a new shop yet. The plan was still moving to the new big shop at the Garage Condo campus. And something came up, and here we are in the new shop. And we hope you're excited to follow along with us as we grow here, bring some new projects in. We've got like 2 or 3 projects I cannot wait to tell you about. They're going to get done right here in this shop. So thanks for watching.